around this corner.
All right, guys, listen up. We stick to my plan, and we won't fail. Fan out in 3, 2, 1.
Not the elevator.
Nope.
MC Mikey. MC
All right. Ask the Boss episode number.
Turkey sandwich.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right. So
29.
No,
32.
30. I think it's 30.
It's getting close.
All right. So Mr. Meaty Thighs is on the road. So today we have a special guest, and I mean special, very special guest. Meaty Cuck.
Meaty Cuck. This would be great if I'd had my tat still for this.
Oh man.
I love a real guy.
So last time we did Harry Potter because Meaty's a dork. This time, I think we need to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah! Turtle and a half shell. What? Turtle power.
What a turtle. Samurai sword.
Well, what turtle are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be Raphael. He's got an attitude.
Raphael, he's got the little...
He's red.
Things.
He's got stars.
I'm gonna be the blue guy, Leonardo, because he's the leader. I want swords on my back. Ding!
See if you watched the last movie that came out.
You know what I think he should be? He should be Master Splinter. Ding!
I don't even know that one.
Master Splinter.
Can we put a tail on me?
Yes, a tail and like some like little freaking. Oh, this is gonna be epic. All right, Bobby, you got some work. All right, make it happen. All right. So, what were we talking about today? Oh, Ask the Boss. Yes. I still kind of want to just play with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What else can we do?
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta
Can we
think
put
of
like
something.
that mean alien in my stomach?
What's the guy? Shredder. Evil.
Make him laugh at my stomach. Leo and Raph, they always fight.
Oh.
So this would be a good episode if we can like
No, and Michelangelo is like the dude. He's
pizza.
like,
We need
dude,
some
eat
pizza.
Can we get random pizza? Oh, you catch him in your mouth.
Can I save some for later?
This is so stupid. We're gonna. This whole video is. Anyways,
Get
all right.
right to it. We're gonna talk about products first.
Yes.
So
Well, can we look at this sexy thermal first? You can touch it. All right, so we got these new thermals. They're up on the site. These are like fitted. We went with a new style.
yeah,
These are like a next level, so they're like a little thinner, a little more fitted. If you're gonna wear a shirt under it, it's gonna be a little snug. This is a double X, so you got a double X on too. That's the next level. But yeah, we got these in like 4 colors on our website. What else we got going on?
all right.
Freaking everything. All right,
Multi.
question number 1.
Multi.
What about
Well, it comes from Matt AGG94. Hey man, when will your multi supplement be available?
So, we have a lot of things before the multi-supplement. Multi, to get right, is going to take a lot of work. There's a lot of ingredients, a lot of things that I want to do with the multi. So before that, we have Sissus commodity product coming out very soon, probably at the end of the month. We have Core Greens, really cool greens product. I know you're excited about this one, Cuck.
Yep.
So we're probably, I don't know, I'm thinking that's going to be like April-ish. What else have we got going on?
Fury X.
Fury X. So there's already been a little bit of hype about Fury X. It's the most ridiculous pre-workout, most ridiculously dosed pre-workout on the market. It will be the best pre-workout, mark my words.
Yep.
It's got 3 really cool and patented ingredients. The scooper on that thing, well, I should say we're gonna do a 40-20 on this. So like 1 scoop, 2 scoop type of things, but a full serving, so 2 scoops, which would be what I would take, is going to be probably on the order of 25 grams. So it's ridiculously big. It's kind of, you know, it's as big as the Red, White, and Boom, the new Red, White, and Boom. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited about it. I've been already training on some beta samples. The pumps are just stupid. I mean, by far the best pumps. You already feel like you're taking a pump product with it. And then the stim aspect of it has a really cool new stimulant, and it's super euphoric. So
We keep raising the bar.
excited about that. Oh, I feel like we got something else in there. Oh, Orange Sherby's ABC. So that will be ready around March 1st, hopefully for the Arnold. So that's pretty cool. And then this summer, we're going to be launching Sweet Tea ABC.
Yes.
So we've already approved that. We approved that a couple months ago. We're just kind of waiting for the summertime for that. So yeah, we got a ton of stuff going on.
First of every month.
Yep.
All right. Double O Swole. Doug, if you could go and train with any celebrity, doesn't have to be in the fitness world, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. How about you?
I got a man crush on The Rock.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'd love to train with The Rock.
Stone Cold Steve Austin would be pretty fun too. The Rock, that's pretty good.
Because The Rock, I feel like I could have some fun with him, but at the same time, he's serious. So we'd have a kick-ass workout and we'd laugh
That's
a
a
lot.
good answer. I'd have to think about this. It would probably be somebody outside of the fitness industry. Like touching it, but not like pro bodybuilder XYZ. Let me think about that. The Rock
That's
is
a
a good
good
one
one.
though. Stone Cold, the Ultimate Warrior back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Training with him would be awesome. Can we please turn Cuck into the Ultimate Warrior? Ding! Alright. Yes.
All right. From Michael Reed 4, do you think epistation, laxagenin, or even arachnic acid sups are effective?
So, epistation is really just kind of like a sexy antioxidant more than anything else. I've used it at a high dose. I think I felt good on it, but I don't think it was like knock my socks off. Arachidonic acid, I've never used, but the studies are there, and the people that have used it do say they do feel some nice strengthening. You've used it before. I won't touch it because I've heard of reports of the joint pain from it, and I want to continue taking my fish oil. So you shouldn't take your fish oil when you're taking the product. And I don't want to even go down the route of, you know, achy joints. My training is the best when I'm feeling good and not achy. So I've avoided arachidonic acid completely. Laxagenin, I believe I've used it once at a relatively low dose. I don't remember getting anything great out of it. You've used it though at a high dose and you didn't like it, right? You felt almost kind of like shut down on it.
Yeah, the first time I did it was...
His
at a low
balls
dose.
shrunk.
God. Yeah. Never mind.
Usually he has big soupy balls.
Don't even insert anything into here. If you do, just like put them right here.
Can you put some dangling soupy balls right here?
Shoo, shoo, shoo.
Carl's over 40, and once you get over 40, you just have big soupy balls.
So I did a low dose, and 2-3 weeks in, just felt suppressed. Then like came off. Then tried a higher dose, and same thing, 2-3 weeks in. So I've tried it, don't like it. But through the nut corners, we do have people who buy it repetitively and they like it. So
Yeah.
Whatever that's worth.
I just got this vision of these big balls coming in, like knocking us out. We might have to edit out this whole thing. All right.
So yeah, there we go. All right, this one's a really, really good one because this is not like confined to one thing. What is the...
Do you have shoes on?
No, I don't have shoes.
What is wrong with you?
I'm a splinter. I don't wear shoes.
And he's got his dad sweats on. Look at this. Got some joggers.
This is old
I
school.
can't see. Can we get
Old school.
He's got dad joggers on.
But they are crush it ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Worst advice you've ever received from one ball.
Ooh, man.
So this doesn't have to be like, hey, just to supplementation or whatever. So worst advice you've ever received That's a good question.
I should have prepared for this because I
Going
would.
deep today.
Worst advice. I don't think I really ask for a lot of advice. I've kind of, through the years, have kind of just found out. I've done a lot of stupid stuff and found out things the hard way. But in terms of advice, I generally like to only stick to asking advice from people that I know it's not going to be stupid advice.
You guys did good this time.
Man, that's 2 stumpers on me. Cuckhead, well, you've made a lot of stupid decisions in your life. What about you? Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
What was that?
That was
What
like,
was
get ready, so let me suck in a lot of wind.
I thought he was...
you know?
You see here, just suck on this helium. This is why he's so special. He's sucking on helium.
If you're a Jim Carrey fan, then you know exactly where that came from.
I have no idea. I don't even know what to
You
say.
gotta go back and watch some Jim Carrey movies. So, bad advice. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint, like, bad advice coming from people.
I don't really. So this is something I think somebody asked me. I don't know. Was this in the Dana Lynn questions that we had about mentors?
Yeah.
I really don't. I didn't have a mentor. I don't really have a mentor. I think I've looked at certain people and emulated or tried to emulate some of their actions, things that they do to be successful. But I never had a mentor. I mean, I wish I did. I mean, that would be great. But I never really had a mentor. So in terms of receiving advice, I mean, a lot of things, I generally just try to figure it out on my own and then, kind of hope for the best. So that's a tough one. So I guess the answer is really, I've not received a lot of bad advice. So I guess that's, I don't think I've received a ton of advice through the years and kind of growing the businesses and doing things like that. I've kind of just figured it out. At the same time, that's fine because I don't think I've had somebody steer me in the wrong direction. So, choose wisely who you listen to.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be the biggest one. All right, this is from Fit Fantastic. Debate over last meal of the day. High carb, question mark.
Ooh.
I'm a lean guy and I've always had a high carb last meal. Would it benefit me more to have it high good fats instead? Thanks.
Me personally, I would say most of the time, I like to structure. I'm working out earlier in the days now, so I like to structure my carbs around my workouts, obviously. So that would be earlier in the day. I kind of increase my fats, just go more with like a fat protein meal before bed. My peanut butter sludge, which is like, I do 1 scoop of Patriots Way, s'mores, amazing, with 1 scoop of Pro, a little peanut butter, a couple blueberries, and then I'll put some freeze that and then put some Fiber One on top. That's pretty much what I eat every night. So I'm generally low carb. However, and this is kind of almost counterintuitive, and I think you've experienced this on your last prep, is that sometimes when you're getting deeper into prep and you're so kind of depleted and hungry, you have trouble sleeping. Yep. All your hormones, your cortisol levels, your leptin levels, everything's going haywire. And having a big carb meal at nighttime basically will, at the end of the day, actually help you because you'll get better sleep. And obviously, whenever I sleep more or sleep better, my metabolism is better and I lose more weight, cut more fat when I'm trimming. So there is a time and a place for it. Generally, I think, and that also goes if you're working out early in the morning or you're actually training fasted or just on some protein in the morning. I would say have your bigger carbs at night. I would think if you have trouble sleeping, have your carbs at night. But for the most part, for most people, most clients, I generally try to do a higher protein, higher fat. I think that answers the question.
Right on. This is a good one. This is from Dramatic Badger 28. What is the thing that bothers you the most when you hear people talk about supplements, such as things like spot burning, magic muscle building, etc.?
I mean, I think all of that is kind of ridiculous, and I think that's one of the reasons why I started Core Nutritionals 13 years ago, is because there was just a ton of the over-the-top marketing hype, comparing things like HMB to steroids and stuff like that. So there was a lot of that crap that I didn't want to do when I started my own supplement company. I think probably one of the things that's my biggest pet peeve, and I understand the need for proprietary blends in some situations, yep. But it's the disingenuous marketing of certain ingredients that you put in a proprietary blend where literally you're putting them in at maybe as little as 1/100th of a clinical dose. of the dose that was used in the studies that show the benefits of it. And then you're using those marketing claims from that study in selling the product. I mean, you're just basically flat out lying to the consumer. And so that's why I'm so passionate about the non-proprietary blends. Because a lot of people do hide behind it. They can make cheap products. I really think the industry is shifting towards a smarter consumer who's demanding those the non-prop blends. But that is my biggest pet peeve, I think, in the industry. Yeah, and also not disclosing full extracts. And like, so again, it's the same thing as using a proprietary blend. If you are not telling people what the extract is you're using, sure, you could tell them you're using 100 grams of it, but if you're using a 0.1% extract versus a 20% extract, that's a huge difference. So again, you're probably not hitting the dose, you're making a cheaper product. The people are not going to be able to get the benefits of that ingredient. And so I can't stand proprietary blends.
Yeah. All right. Got time for more?
Yeah, let's keep rolling.
Adam James Lloyd, do you think periodizing volume is important for natural lifters, or does it not matter as long as you are recovering and progressively overloading the muscles?
That's a tough question. I would say that if you are actually recovering, the whole point of periodization is so you do have some time to recover and supercompensate and all of that. So if you are truly fully recovering, then I feel like I recover pretty well. My supplements are on point, my sleep's on point, my meals are on point for the most part. So generally, I don't periodize my training very specifically, or I'm not super anal about it. I do take weeks where I'm going to back off some of the intensity, some of the volume, to kind of help me recover when I'm feeling like I'm struggling a little bit. But for the most part, for me personally, I don't necessarily plan out a periodization where over the next 10 weeks, I'm going to hit certain volumes or hit certain weights or percentages of max. I'm more old school in the thinking of get good at the basics, the fundamentals of recovery, diet, supplements, all of those things. And then you really can put some real taxing stresses on your body, which are going to force it to grow, and your body will adapt. So I know that's kind of a long-winded way of saying this, but generally if you're fully recovering, so it's kind of like, it's a little bit of a weird question. If you're fully recovering, there's not a ton of need for periodization, but then if you are recovering, then you kind of are periodizing your training. Yeah. So I don't know, you're kind of more old school too, right?
I think most people, they over-scrutinize those things.
Yeah,
it's like
paralysis by analysis. I just did a podcast with Ben down at the MI40 gym, and one of the things we talked about was kind of periodization and muscle building techniques for natural lifters. And I said a lot of people really do overthink it. They get so wrapped up into this is going to be 3 reps at 80% of your max, and then this one's going to be 4 reps at whatever. They're just overthinking everything, and next thing you know, they have a calculator out in their training. Yeah. If they would just go in and bust their ass for an hour and then do the other things outside of the gym to help recover, they would make better progress. They get so caught up in the number game. So,
yeah, I mean, for me, it's I've talked to a lot of people, but it's about feel. When you've done it for so long, it's like, I know how I should feel.
Yeah.
And so when these guys, if you're just getting started, it's like, I do believe in a program, a set rep structure, and trying to beat that, then changing up the program. But
yeah,
at some point,
I guess that's fair. I think earlier on in training, I think it's important to have that guideline. And then for now, I guess, so the way I answer the question for now, it's just, I think I do periodize. It just kind of comes naturally. It's just built into how I train. Yeah. That was a very long-winded answer. I don't even know if we answered the question.
We totally crushed it.
Yes. He said we have potentially 10 minutes, and then his camera blows up. But how many more we got?
Gotcha.
You guys have a lot of questions there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just trying to get the good ones, and here's one that seems, say, hey, Doug, MPC, NCB 106. Hey, Doug, my name is Nick. I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm doing fit my macros.
Okay.
If I eat 2 slices of pizza and fit in my macros, will I gain a little bit of weight or no?
So possibly just from excess sodium intake, You might, in the short term, gain a little water. But at the end of the day, it comes down to thermodynamics. It's calories in versus calories out. So if you're hitting your macros, it doesn't matter if you're eating ho-hos, ding-dongs, Brussels sprouts, whatever, turtle nuts, whatever. As long as you're hitting your macros, that's what's going to determine your longer term, weight loss. So yeah, if you're going to eat some junk food that has a ton of like artificial stuff or a ton of sodium, you might spike up you might have some response to that, but that's just a transient, like just a water weight gain. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Eat your pizza, man. Go ahead, do
Crush
it.
it.
Yeah. Just make sure it fits your macros, because obviously, pizza's a little bit hard to track. There's deep dish and thin crust and extra cheese and pepperoni and different weights of it. So like, I would say if you're really into fixing your macros, do your own pizza. Make your pizza at home from scratch with the pizza crust and add your own cheese. Then you can really tell what you're eating. Or not, just go to the Pizza Hut.
Finish it off with some Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
You can figure it out, but at the end of the day, the serving size is going to matter a lot.
All right, so here's another good one, Shadow Stokes. How long would you say is a good time or good to take off of stimulants pre-workout to reset the adrenals? Also, what supplements would you add to help clean it up faster?
So, do as I say, not as I do. I don't think I've been off pre-workout stimulant in 15 years. Kind of got the shakes. No, this is why Carl's over here going like this, is because he just took a full scoop of Zap. And he's kind of
trying to go crazy.
He is a little special too. And so, what were you talking about? Oh, stimulants, a stimulant break. So, do as I say, not as I do. I do recommend, especially these days when most all stimulants or pre-workouts are just getting higher and higher and higher, switching to a lower stim option like ABCD. Like, this is a great low stim option. 1 to 2 scoops of this is 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine versus 400 milligrams, which is in a scoop of Zap or Boom or something like that. Yeah, so high stim, low stim. I don't necessarily think you have to come off completely, but switching to like 100 milligrams pre-workout when you're used to taking like 300, like 350 like Fury or 400 like Zap, doing this for 4 weeks every 8 to 12 weeks, I think is really important. And again, I haven't done it. I'm usually between 300 and 400 milligrams every day before I train, but I avoid caffeine generally, but for the occasional yummy energy drink, Merc Energy, plug, ding, ding. Yeah, I mean, I really try to avoid caffeine any other time of the day. So when I drink coffee, if I'm craving coffee, I'll do decaf. I drink caffeine-free Diet Coke occasionally. So yeah, just watch your total caffeine intake. I mean, a lot of people are up to like 800 to 1,000 milligrams, and that's just not healthy. So I say definitely keep it under 500. If you can keep it more in the 300 to 400 range, you should be all right. And this all depends on size too. Like, I'm 220 pounds, so just keep that in mind.
230. A little bit bigger than Douglas,
It's all in his soupy balls. Any more?
No, that was it. Let me. Do you want to go back and who do you want to work out with? Doesn't have to be in the fitness industry?
I'm going with the Ultimate Warrior. Can we do dead people? He's dead.
It says anybody.
The Rock would be really good too. I would love to see the conversation between Carl and The Rock.
I mean, I think we'd have some good, some wrestling commentation. I got my own character. He's got his character.
The Cuck versus The Rock. Coming to WrestleMania 65. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, till next time. Turtle power.
Cowabunga!
I mean, crush.
And we undefeated. We be going all